Hey everyone, it's Mallory here with All About Cats, and in this week's video we're talking about litter scoops, reviewing the top 5 best, in my opinion, litter scoops you can buy. So let's get on into it. One thing before I get into my top 5 recommendations, I want to thank everyone who has helped us reach the 100,000 subscriber mark over the last week. It's a big milestone, and I'm really grateful to everyone who's subscribed over the last couple of years. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. With that out of the way, how did we find these top 5 scoops? So over the last almost 14 years that I've had a cat, I've tried a lot of litter scoops. It started with a basic plastic scoop, and then I kind of started moving up a little bit, and especially after I started reviewing cat products, I've gone through a lot of scoops. So over the course of this testing period, I've purchased over $80 worth of litter scoops, and I've done a number of different tests. So in addition to my basic real-world test where I was using these litter scoops with my 2 cats, I did a few semi-controlled tests. So I was looking at how the litter scoops performed in a few different types of litter. So I was testing them with clay, with silica gel crystals, with a couple of different plant-based litters, including a pellet style litter. I was looking at how well they performed in each of these types of litter. I also did a little prying test. So I kind of tried to scoop up a 15-pound rock with each of these litter scoops to see how well they might withstand stuck-on clumps at the bottom of the litter box. And during all of these tests, I was paying attention to things like how well they could avoid sticking, how easy they were to clean, and how quickly they went through the litter box. I think aside from durability, the most important thing to look at when trying a litter scoop is how efficiently it cleans. So you want a litter scoop that separates the dirty litter from the clean litter really effectively and quickly. This is going to make your job a lot easier when you're scooping in the litter box, and it could save you quite a bit of time over the course of your cat's lifetime. Of course, this is going to differ depending on which type of litter you're using, so I'll be noting which types of litter these scoops are most compatible with as we go through the recommendations. So with that little bit of background out of the way, let's talk about my first pick, which is the litter lifter. So the litter lifter is just head and shoulders above all of the other litter scoops here. It's really one of the best cat products I've tried over my years reviewing cat products. So what makes the litter lifter different from other litter scoops is that it has these peaked parallel tines, and they prevent any clean litter from remaining in the scoop, and they take away the need to shake the litter scoop. So normally you'll have this pile of dirty and clean litter, and then you'll kind of sift through. With a litter lifter, you're just sweeping the litter scoop through, and the clean litter just flies through those tines. It's also pretty big, measuring about 7 inches in length, and pretty flat, which also helps it to move really quickly through the litter, capturing a lot of dirty litter while also not loading up the shovel with clean litter that might end up making it heavy. So it's a very easy cleaning experience. I found that it worked well with pretty much every type of litter except for pellet style litters. The tines are just a little bit too close set, and I also found that it's pretty strong, so it doesn't feel very flexible when you're using it, and it did well in my prying test. The biggest downside of the litter lifter is that it seems, according to some customer reviews I read, to crack on one of the corners. I didn't experience this, but I noticed a number of reviews mentioning this. But other than that, it seems to be an extremely well-made product that just works really, really well. And I couldn't really find anything that really came close to the litter lifter. So again, this is far and away the best litter scoop I've tried. The litter lifter is moderately priced at $12.99 on Amazon. And my next recommendation, or my runner-up, is the Durascoop Jumbo Litter Scoop. So it's made from aluminum, so solid aluminum with a little rubber cover, so you shouldn't worry about any snapping. It did well in my prying test. And it also has a nice thin edge that allows you to scrape the bottom of the litter box, which is quite helpful. Overall, it's a really nice, durable litter scoop that allows you to quickly go through all of that litter because you're scooping up so much, and it's quite an effective and robust litter scoop. This scoop costs the same amount as the litter lifter at $12.99 on Amazon. Now, if the $10 to $15 range is a little bit steep for you, I would recommend Nature's Miracles nonstick litter scoop and Caddy as my budget recommendation. So at $5.09, this is the cheapest litter scoop on this list, and it comes with a little caddy that makes it a little bit more convenient to maintain and keeps a dirty scoop hidden from view. This plastic scoop is kind of flimsy, but it did pretty well. It was able to withstand some of that heavy prying. It doesn't feel like it's going to last quite as long as the other recommendations on this list, but I've read a lot of reviews from people saying they were able to get 2 or 3 years out of it. I found that it worked pretty well with all of the different types of litter I was using. It's not the most efficient litter scoop. You might have some crumbs going through, but overall, it's a step above a lot of other budget tier litter scoops, and it could be a good option for those who are looking for a cheaper scoop. Now, my next recommendation is going to be a good option for those of you who want a metal litter scoop, but you like that parallel tine design, similar to what we saw from the litter lifter. iPrimio's non-stick litter scoop has a similar parallel tine design. It doesn't have those peaked tines, and I find that it's not quite as efficient as the litter lifter, but it certainly does scoop through significantly faster than most other litter scoops. iPrimio's litter scoops were my favorite before I found the litter lifter, just because they really did change the way I scoop the litter box. Because they fly through the litter pretty quickly, you're able to sift through a lot in very little time. It's a good time saver, and it's pretty rugged and robust and durable as well. Now remember that the durability and longevity of this product does come with some weight. So unlike the litter lifter that's very lightweight because it's made from plastic and it's going through the litter so fast, this iPrimio scoop tends to fill up a little bit more, and it can become pretty heavy. The scoop has a non-stick coating that is supposed to keep litter from sticking to it, but realistically, I found that a lot of litter stuck to it. So the non-stick claim is a little misleading, but if you're okay with a little bit of sticking, you'll find that the performance of this litter scoop is quite good. I would recommend it for finer grained clumping litter. I found that in larger grain litter, the litter tended to kind of get stuck in there and slow down the flow of clean litter through the gaps. So this is the most expensive litter scoop on this list at $13.45. It's currently on sale, so the price might end up being a little bit higher in the future. Now, my top recommendation for those of you who are using a clumping pellet litter or even a pine pellet litter that kind of disintegrates when it's used is PetFusion's QuickScoop litter scoop. So this is a pretty rugged plastic scoop made from ABS plastic. And unlike the other recommendations here, it has relatively widely spaced tines. So they're about 1/4 of an inch in width. And so this means that if you're using it with a fine grain litter, a lot of that clean litter is going to go through. So if you're using this with a litter that tends to kind of break into little crumbs, you're probably going to find that some dirty litter comes through those tines, and it's not going to be the most effective litter scoop. But I found that with a good clumping pellet litter, you're going to find that it's able to capture those clumps and then let those little pellets slip through. I found that it was fairly resistant to sticking and felt pretty robust, though I saw some comments that said that the handle snapped off. It's not made all in one piece. It was able to withstand some prying under that rock, but this is obviously, it's not the best representation of a real litter scooping experience, so there is a chance you could encounter that. But overall, it seems to be a relatively well-made product. PetFusion products seem overall to be pretty good. Again, if you have pellet style litter, this could be a good choice for you. So at $12.95, this litter scoop is about the same price as most of the recommendations on this list. A final word on pine pellet litter. What kind of scoop is going to be the best option for you? Well, all of these litter scoops did relatively well with the pine litter. I was able to sift out the sawdust and separate it. But I wouldn't really consider this to be the ideal way to clean out pine pellet litter. I found that using a sifting litter box is really a more effective and easier way to do this. So I wouldn't really recommend any litter scoop for pine pellet litter. So that's it. Again, the litter lifter is just it's so far ahead of the other litter scoops here. Again, I was not sponsored by Litter Lifter. I've never talked to the people at Litter Lifter. This is just a product that just works really well, and it's a bit of a cult classic in the cat community, and I'm so glad I finally started using it. It's really a game changer. So I hope you found this helpful and that it kind of pointed you in the right direction for finding a better litter scoop. This really is an investment that can save you time and make your life a bit easier. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to the All About Cats channel, you can click the subscribe button below, hit the notification bell, and then you'll get the news every time we release something new. So you can look forward to cat product roundups like this one, cat food brand reviews, reviews of other products, and veterinary information, as well as just information on all things cats. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks. Bye.